Matilda, don't you know? That's Red Butler. He's from Charleston. He has a most terrible reputation.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the greatest movie depictions of a character from a book.
If I were going to be a writer, I'd go to New York and pursue the stage. Are you shocked?
Very.
Number 10, Matilda, Mara Wilson. Roald Dahl released one of his most famous novels, Matilda, in 1988, and 8 years later, it became a hit movie. It was directed and co-produced by Danny DeVito, who played Matilda's father.
I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Both DeVito and his then-wife Rhea Perlman do a wonderful job at portraying Matilda's family. However, DeVito specifically chose Mara Wilson to play the titular character after seeing her acting in other places, and she ended up stealing the show.
You're a little cheat, you saw the paper.
From all the way over here?
Are you being smart with me? If you're being smart with me, young lady, you're gonna be punished.
Punished for being smart?
Wilson nails the balance of youthful wonder, mischievous moxie, and advanced intellect that defines Matilda as a character. It's now one of the most beloved Roald Dahl adaptations, and Wilson even won a Young Star Award for how flawlessly she brought the character to life.
Powers. Mm-hmm. I think I got them down. Watch this.
Number 9, Gandalf, Sir Ian McKellen, the Lord of the Rings franchise.
You're late.
A wizard is never late, Frodo Baggins. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
It's virtually impossible to imagine anyone other than Sir Ian McKellen playing the iconic wizard Gandalf. McKellen does a flawless job bringing him to life, combining all the wonderful traits that make him such a beloved character. He's wise, kind, and warm until he needs to be powerful, and he does a total 180, having more gravitas than anyone on screen.
Frodo Baggins! Do not take me for some conjurer of cheap tricks. I am not trying to rob you. I'm trying to help you.
Most fans have since found it impossible to reread the novels without imagining Ian McKellen as Middle-earth's greatest wizard. The entire trilogy had flawless casting of all characters, like Viggo Mortensen. He easily put the most passion into his role as Aragorn, hiking mountains between sets and even breaking his toe for one shot.
I mean, Viggo actually, feeling that pain, he actually turned that into performance. I mean, he stayed in the character of Aragorn. He was letting that pain feed and drive his performance, which is pretty amazing.
Number 8, Lisbeth Salander, Rooney Mara, the girl with the dragon tattoo. In 2011, David Fincher released his adaptation of this 2005 Swedish thriller novel. Lisbeth Salander is the story's titular character, and she's an incredibly complex character.
She's one of the best investigators I had, as you saw from her report, but I'm concerned you won't like her. She's different.
In what way?
In every way.
Her remarkable depth is a large reason why the series is so successful. This put a lot of pressure on whoever was cast as Salander. Rooney Mara was chosen, and it's unlikely they could have chosen anyone better.
Your boss, Romansky, now he tells me you only do jobs that interest you, so I suppose I should be flattered. You gonna sit down?
Mara became the star of the show, earning her universal celebration from critics. It was actually the second adaptation of the character, with Noomi Rapace playing her in an earlier Swedish adaptation. Many believed Mara did a far better job, and she's since become the definitive depiction of Salander.
What do they say? If you had to sum it up. They say I'm insane. No, it's okay, you can nod, because it's true. I am insane.
Number 7, Katniss Everdeen, Jennifer Lawrence, the Hunger Games franchise.
It's like a bird. It's like a
Like a mockingjay.
First, we have to give praise to this whole film's casting choices. Woody Harrelson as Haymitch and Elizabeth Banks as Effie are perfect. But to us, Katniss sticks out the most.
I volunteer! I volunteer as tribute.
About 30 actresses auditioned for the role, including many famous names like Emma Roberts. Director Gary Ross thought his decision was easy though, and that Lawrence blew the doors off the place. Lawrence surprisingly wasn't as eager to take the role as you might expect. She had read the books and was a bit overwhelmed by being involved in such a massive project. After accepting, she then refused to lose weight as she wanted Katniss to be as good a role model as possible.
Thank you for your consideration.
Number 6, Scott Pilgrim, Michael Cera, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Password.
Whatever.
Cool. Second password. Cool.
Can you imagine literally anyone other than Michael Cera playing Scott Pilgrim? We personally can't. Cera is often cast for his awkwardness, and this makes him an excellent choice for Pilgrim. The character is completely unsure of himself, and Cera's performance makes his journey of self-discovery entirely convincing.
You want to fight me? For her?
No. I want to fight you for me.
Scott earned the power of self-respect.
Cera, alongside most of the cast, returned for the 2023 animated adaptation, showing how tied to the character he is. It's always surprising rewatching this movie, then realizing how many major Hollywood stars were involved. Cera arguably isn't even the most famous person involved. That badge probably goes to Chris Evans, also known as Captain America.
You really think you stand a chance against an A-lister, bro? Some competition you are.
Number 5, Jo Mart, Saoirse Ronan, Little Women.
Women, they have minds, and they have souls, as well as just hearts. And they've got ambition, and they've got talent, as well as just beauty. And I'm so sick of people saying that love is just all a woman is fit for. I'm so sick of it.
This 19th century novel has been adapted into 7 movies since being published. This means quite a few actors had played the main character Jo Mart before Saoirse Ronan took the part. In 1994, Winona Ryder became arguably the most famous to portray March, but most agree Ronan gave the definitive performance. Critics adored her performance so much that she was nominated for multiple awards, including the Oscar for Best Actress.
People have always said that I'm talented.
Oh, I think you're talented. Which is why I'm being so blunt.
I can't afford to starve on praise.
She didn't win the Oscar, but she got a bunch of awards from other institutions to comfort her. Ronan becomes more impressive when you notice how many other talented actors were involved, like Florence Pugh as Amy March, yet none stick out like her.
Writing them will make them more important.
When did you become so wise?
I always have been. You were just too busy noticing my faults.
Which were never there, of course.
Number 4, Willy Wonka, Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it.
So far, there have been 3 separate film adaptations of Roald Dahl's famous novel, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Many fans believe the first was the definitive Wonka movie.
I'm so glad you could come. This is going to be such an exciting day. I hope you enjoy it. I think you will.
It wasn't a hit at the box office, but it's become ingrained in pop culture. Gene Wilder's performance is easily a major factor in its success. He does a remarkable job at playing Wonka, appearing kind and warm, but simultaneously mysterious, and he can turn sour instantly when a child gets into trouble. You may be surprised to learn that Dahl hated the casting choice, instead wanting Spike Milligan to play the character.
Well, when does he get it?
He doesn't.
Why not?
Because he broke the rules.
What rules? We didn't see any rules, did we, Charlie?
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
Number 3, Mr. Darcy, Colin Firth, Bridget Jones's Diary.
I thought that you were in America.
Well, yes, I was, but I realized I'd forgotten something back home.
Which was?
Well, I realized I'd forgotten kiss you goodbye, do you mind?
Mr. Darcy has been considered the ultimate book boyfriend since he first debuted in Jane Austen's 1813 novel Pride and Prejudice. Among Austen fans, the 1995 BBC miniseries is considered the novel's greatest adaptation, and Colin Firth is the definitive Mr. Darcy. He was so superb in the role that he was cast to do it all over again in the modern update Bridget Jones's Diary.
I know you by reputation, of course.
Ah, Natasha. This is Bridget Jones. Bridget, this is Natasha. Natasha is a top attorney and specializes in family law. Bridget works in publishing and used to play naked in my paddling pool.
As Mark Darcy, Firth again gets everything exactly right, from his intimidating awkwardness to the charm he buries deep down inside. In any era and any circumstance, no one else can embody the complicated, infuriating, and endearing Darcy quite like Colin Firth.
What I'm trying to say, very inarticulately, is that, in fact, perhaps despite appearances, I like you very much.
Number 2, Annie Wilkes, Kathy Bates. Misery. If you've seen Misery, you may be surprised to learn that in real life, Kathy Bates isn't a terrifying stalker in real life. This flick is an adaptation of Stephen King's famous horror novel about a writer being kidnapped by an obsessed fan, Annie Wilkes.
I can imagine what you might be thinking of me. But you see, Paul, it's all okay. Last night it came so clear. I realize you just need more time. Eventually, you'll come to accept the idea of being here.
Interestingly, out of all of King's characters, Wilkes is his favorite. Bates gave such an amazing performance, she won Best Actress at the Academy Awards.
Let's have a toast.
A toast?
Yes, to misery. Let me pour you some wine.
This was the first Oscar given to a King adaptation, and a surprisingly rare win for a horror movie. Over 3 decades later, Wilkes is still considered one of horror's greatest villains, despite having 0 supernatural powers.
Now don't be afraid. I love you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Severus Snape, Alan Rickman, Harry Potter franchise.
I can teach you how to bewitch the mind and ensnare the senses. I can tell you how to bottle fame, brew glory, and even put a stopper in death.
This series' greatest antagonist is debatably Dolores Umbridge, played by Imelda Staunton, who is one of the most hated characters in fiction. We also adore the casting of Fred and George Weasley, who feel like they've jumped straight out of the book. Despite the franchise's almost perfect casting choices, none of them stick out as much as Rickman as Snape.
Understandable. Over the years, I've played my part well. So well, I've deceived one of the greatest wizards of all time.
Fascinatingly, he was actually Rowling's second choice, meaning she could have imagined Rickman as Snape from day one. Rowling discussed the character with Rickman, leading him to alter his performance based on information no one else on set knew. The role was initially offered to Tim Roth, who is a talented actor, but we can't imagine anyone other than Rickman as Snape.
After all this time. Always.
What's your favorite casting choice for a book adaptation? Let us know in the comments below.